Radical.
This is the big news. All right. Apparently there's plans. Amico Home, they're planning to release Amico Home. I've been reading this message board. Other people have actually broke the news. I'm just kind of like updating people that don't know about it. You might wonder what Amico Home is. Amico Home is going to be something that people put on their smartphones to be able to play Amico games. And there's this guy, DJC Game Studios, that is playing these games. He has access to this Amico Home. And boy, is he excited about it. It's his testing. He has a testing schedule, see here, right? And he's responding to someone talking about how some of that stuff is under non-disclosure agreement and talking about they were never involved in testing home Amico. Really not a whole lot, anything right there. I'm not going to go into that. Can you tell I don't really care about this whole Amico news thing? I don't. I'll finish this out anyway. We'll try and make this interesting. I guess so. On a smartphone. You gonna tell me, after how many years has it been? 2019? Was it 2019 or before that? Several years. Several years, not months. Years. We were all excited about the Intellivision Amico, this foot bath of a console with these two little wiggle waggle gyroscopes and cornhole. We were all excited about that. Again, I wasn't excited, but it was going to come out, and it was going to be something for the family. Family first, family. For all those people that didn't like the fact that their little ones were playing on the Switch with all those violent games and mobile phones with all those weird, violent games and stuff of that nature, it was going to be a safe haven for the family. It would bridge the gap between the kids and the fathers and the grandkids, and all the family was going to get together and finally play a system and bring the families together. But a smartphone, a thing that a lot of little ones don't even have or know how to use. Simple, right? Simple? So you take like the system and you compress it down into a smartphone. And basically at this point, it's just going to be an app. This entire system that was supposed to release, that had pre-orders and all that, it gets whittled down to an app. And now you have has there been any announcement officially by Dr. Phil Adams on this? So this one YouTuber, this one guy is supposedly testing this thing. And I mean, what happens from here? Are there any actual plans? I mean, yeah, you see the title there, it's a thing. But just because it's a thing doesn't mean it's actually going to happen or come out. Because the Intellivision Amico system, it was a thing. And it was supposed to come out, but it never did. So am I to believe that now, the system that didn't come out, it's going to be whittled down into an app for your smartphones, and that's going to come out? I mean, stores didn't want to carry the freaking Amico. Nobody cared about that shit, giving shelf space to a shit console. So maybe there's an opportunity on smartphone. Because, anybody probably get an app on a smartphone, I guess. But DJC is testing it. So let's say, perfect case scenario, Amico Home actually comes out. Which, I don't know about that, because if you go to Intellivision's website, their YouTube channel, there's no mention whatsoever. Even on the YouTube channel, they've shut off comments on their last upload. If you go to the website, frequently asked questions, there's nothing about Amico Home. No updates whatsoever. So we're supposed to believe that this guy, DJC Studios, he's the one you need to talk to about Amico Home. I mean, I'm sure it's great for his channel because everyone that's curious about Amico Home is going to him and asking him questions. I mean, I'm not going to do a further update where I go and ask him questions like, damn it, DGC Game Studios, when can I get my app installed on my phone? When do I get to play my mobile cornhole? Mobile cornhole, that's what I want. Cornhole mobile. Speaking of cornhole, how would that work on the smartphone app? Some of these games that were dependent just on the hardware of the Amico, how do you compress those to the smartphone? You know, if I'm trying to play cornhole on my phone, I would probably break my phone by throwing my phone across the room. I'm not saying it couldn't work, but it just seems like the Amico, that was like the big game that they were pushing. It seemed like it. But now, I mean, and what's the point of even having this if you can't have the cornhole? What's the point? And we've already talked about how Amico, it was supposed to be for the family, but let's be honest here. The people that were mostly excited about that were like, you know, men in the 40s and 50s and 60s that knew about Intellivision Amico and were interested in the brand. So you're going to tell those people, some of which still be using flip phones, for fuck's sake. You're going to be trying to tell them how to use a smartphone and open up this app. And then what would the pricing be? Anything more than 99 cents would be way too much for these Amico games, you know, in mobile, because you have so many games, even lots of free games vying for the time. Well, where's the money to be made here? Who in their right mind, once they got on the mobile phone, would actually pay a lot of money for these Amico games? Because